Welcome to the Rob and Kale Show. Rob Sanders.
His own mother slapped the stork that delivered him.
And Kale Hall.
He doesn't deserve to be in this business. He deserves to be blackballed.
The Rob and Kale Podcast.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale Podcast. My name is Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us. Jackpot over there dancing his butt off to the sounds of Marvin Cease.
I like that. I get in the mood when I hear the funky beat.
That's right. Marvin Cease from the great town of
I want to eat 8 days a week. Chinese pot sticker.
He's from South Carolina, Jackpot. Did you know that?
Where's he from? Conway?
No, he's not from Conway. Hold on. I got to look it up now.
Conway, Anner, Utahville, St.
No.
George.
He's from like crap. I used to know like
Taylor's.
No, oh god, it's like I want to say
Yamasee,
Yamasee, South Carolina. That's funny. Blackville. He's from Blackville, South Carolina. Yeah,
home of the Blackville Hilda Hawks.
The Blackville Hilda Hawks. We respect our state's artist on this show. The funniest thing about that, of course, that entire song is about what's the term? Well, if go and Google it, but basically it's about pleasing your lady. Let's just leave it at that. And he
about Cunnilingus.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's exactly what it's about. But the funny part was when he died, they had Dawn. What was the lady that's in Columbia? Dawn. I can't remember her name, but she's like one of the most straight and narrow ladies that you'll ever see. And she had to read this thing, and she goes, "Local music legend Marvin Cease from Blackville, South Carolina, has passed away. He was known for his big chart-topping hit, Candy Liquor." And just to hear her in her news, like she's never heard this fucking song, and to have to talk about a song that's about licking vagina. I don't know who wrote her copy, but it's like, yeah, that's great. That's just great. Anyway, he's special. He has another song called Ghetto Man. That's his other supposed hit was Ghetto Man, and it's like, I'm just a ghetto man doing the best that I can. It's actually really good. I don't do it.
Sounds riveting.
That's why I don't sing it. It's why he does. We may have music night with Jackpot, and we'll just play old Marvin Cease tunes till somebody yells at us. Anyway, we got a lot to get into tonight. We're going to talk about what used to be South Carolina's biggest donor. Now, not so much. Yeah, Jackpot. I have to ask you about the video you made earlier today because I watched it and I laughed a little bit. But we'll get into that. We'll talk about Deshaun Watson a little bit.
Damn idiot.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a show full of silly tonight. As Jackpot's getting ready to go on vacation, I'm off from my job for the next couple of days, so no midday show here.
Well,
so, Brock's being hardcore. Thank God you talk on the radio and not sing, brother. I can sing my wiener off. You need to calm down with all that shit over there. We never heard you sing. Come on now. Anyway, but we're going to talk about that. We have to thank our sponsors. Of course, we just wrapped up the Callaway's Bracket Challenge. We appreciate Callaway's for sponsoring that. Ken Bellinger won the bracket challenge, and his bracket was actually really good. I don't think we could let him play next year. That's kind of where I'm at. If you put a bracket together that's that good, I mean, it would have been even better if Gonzaga would have won. I think one person picked Baylor to win it all, and that was Chris Smith. But, shout out to Ken Bellinger for winning. I've got to get with Eddie, our guy that does our t-shirts for us. He will get a free shirt from Eddie, signifying himself as a champion because he is a champion. And he gets to enter the football pick'em challenge, which is we're like 136 days away from football jackpot.
Let's not also, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that you made fun of and talked mad shit about my bracket a couple weeks into it. However, I did end up finishing ranked higher than you. So
You did?
I think an apology is in order with that.
Well, hold on. You didn't give me an opportunity to finish, sir. I was going to say Jackpot had the best bracket of both of us and made me look like I was a jerk off. So
exactly. I know my basketball. I know what was up.
So maybe we should just change the name of the show this week to the Jerk Off and Kale Show.
Or Kale knows his hoops.
Oh yeah, Kale knows the hoops. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, so we got that. But thanks to Callaway's Bar and Grill. If you're in West Columbia, if you're going down to watch the Gamecocks play, stop in West Columbia and have some food and beer and all that good stuff at Callaway's Bar and Grill. Callaways.com. You can also play some retro video games. And for you Gamecock fans, it's a Gamecock bar. So you can go down there and hang out with your ilk. I think that's the term I can use. Hang out with folks that all have not seen good football in forever, and you guys can all get along. So lots of Gamecock fans there. So go and hang out.
We see good football all the time. We all got
you're just not playing it. You're just not playing it.
You didn't add that caveat until just now, goddamn. So.
Come on now. We also have Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport, the Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, please tell us a story.
It sucks to be a Gamecock. It's been 2,316 days since my team has beaten Clemson on the football field. Our school is so bad we have pissed off our top donor. She is ashamed of us. We should get rid of our football team and give those scholarships to a cornhole team with a welfare government cheese football program with SEC. Remember, it sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
All facts there from Carolina Jackpot, as we appreciate him. We're going to roll along this. We're going to we'll take some calls here in a little bit, but I wanted to get a couple of things out there. First of all, hello to Ziggy, who has decided to get in the way. Ziggy is a fine animal and is licking Jackpot's head as we're doing this. It's funny. Ziggy interrupts your show, and my son comes in and interrupts too. So it's just part of the show. You have to deal with it.
They might as well just, we might as well give them a cut of all those big funds.
That's funny. All right. Anyway, a couple of things. One, I watched Jackpot's scratch off video the other day. A $200 winner. Look at you.
The odds of hitting a $500 on that ticket, which is called Hit 500, are way, 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 way better than hitting 200. Actually, hitting 200 on that ticket is fairly rare. So wouldn't you know, I hit the fairly rare win that is $300 less than the more common win. It's just weird. That makes sense. You'll have that from time to time, but it's all good.
Congratulations on your win there, sir. So I wanted to put that out there. And then you put up a video today, and I watched like the first 2 minutes of it, and then I had to go on the air. But we were talking about Darla Moore and how Darla Moore has, she put out something saying she was basically ashamed of the university, etc. You called her Starla Moore. Did you do that on purpose?
Starla.
No, her name is Darla.
Starla. Okay, so Starla with an S. This is just totally ridiculous. Here's my thing, and I said it before. When my dad died a few months ago, I was more upset about the fact that my dad died. I wasn't sitting here checking off my list of who offered me condolences. That was like the least of my worries. And to be honest with you, I think it's all a farce. I think it's a lie. I just do. There's somebody that's that significant as far as their monetary donations and philanthropy that wasn't reached out to after the death of her mama. I just think it's bullshit. I really do. And I think it's just a cry for attention. And over on the Facebook room. It's like an SEC board over on, what is it, Saturdays down south. I mean, you had a lot of fans from other schools in the SEC, Georgia fans, Mizzou fan, even a Mizzou fan. It was even on there, commented on it, and they were just like, what an entitled rich bitch. I mean, really? They're like, that's just damn ridiculous. And that's my sentiment with it. But there are a lot of segment of the Gamecock fans like, well, there you go, Ray Tanner fucked another one up. I mean, how does he get the blame for that? I mean, really? How is it his responsibility to offer condolences to someone for their loss? Does he even know this woman? I mean, she donated to the university. She didn't donate to the athletic department per se, correct?
Donated. Let's put some stuff out there. She's donated $75 million. Let's understand this though. Her dad was a big time athlete at Clemson, and to be honest,
so she's Taylor.
No, she still donates money to Clemson, but she donates it in the name of her father. So, I mean, let's put that out there too. The woman's worth almost $3 billion.
And how did she acquire?
Well, it's her family's money, jackpot. I mean,
okay, exactly my point, which I was arguing back and forth, and I kind of, in a way, took a little bit of a heel turn today on some of the Gamecock fans. I mean, they're like, no, that's her money. Somebody say, are you saying that a woman can't be successful? I said, she's like, I don't know what, she's younger than my mom. I was like, there's no fucking way that is all her damn money. She earned all that. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Well, I still think that people can get upset when they lose a member of their family. And I agree with what you said. Maybe it's because something had happened and she got something from Clemson is what the story said. And, the university, I think that when someone gives you $75 million and they've been a longtime supporter, I mean, I think that you should, if something happens like that, you should probably, reach out. And I get that. But I think there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes too. She didn't like the way that President Caslen was put into office. She didn't like the way that she was, the whole thing with the board of trustees. So there was a long list of stuff. And she is, and let's just be honest, when you're worth $2.6 billion, when you want something, you can generally just go out and get it. And when she doesn't get her way, which she didn't get her way with the stuff with Caslen and everything else, it may have been just a time bomb from beforehand. So, she was pissed off about that. And now she had something to come out with. They didn't talk about my mom when my mother died. It's silly. It doesn't say, I don't think that her and President Caslen are on the best of terms anyway. They may be polite in public, but it's not like they're hanging out on the weekends and eating ice cream sundaes. So it may be some of that too, but I don't know how, like, people were talking about the whole athletics part of it. They named the business school after her. So Clemson fans that are running their mouth about the whole athletics part of it, holy shit. The woman helped put together the business school in South Carolina, which is considered one of the best in the Southeast. Her name is on it. That's what she's known for. Not, giving brown bags to football players. It's just holy shit, man. Ridiculous.
Or McDonald's bags.
McDonald's bags. That's right. It's just stupid. I don't get how people tie that in. And it's like, oh, goodness gracious. And it does look bad for the university, but they can fix it with a couple of phone calls. It's not like it's the end of the world. And you know what? She'll probably continue to give money to South Carolina. That's just the way that it is. So
yeah, I mean, at that rate, I mean, it sounds like it's habit for her.
Well, if you gave $75 million, what's another million or two here or there? Especially when
exactly. And here's my thing. Here's my thing about it too. Ponder this.
All right, I'm pondering.
After the 2019 season, when everybody knew what the right move was, but we couldn't do it because the buyout was so high. This woman has all these all this money we're throwing around here and donating here and there. Why the fuck was it such an issue to buy out Will Muschamp's fucking contract?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't. I mean, I wish I could give you a nice straight answer on that, but I really just don't know. So, you know, you should never. I mean, to be honest, you never should have hired Will Muschamp. But that's a real.
They should have licked Starla's ass a little bit, and maybe with a
Her name is
Darla, Starla, and maybe we could have been rid of that ass hat a year ago.
Watches the show, she's gonna be like, he can't even get my name right. What the hell?
I seriously gosh, watching the show, but
of course she watches the show. Everybody else does. Why wouldn't she watch it?
Yeah, I was bitching about our, you know, how many live viewers we had and this and that, and you know, it's really, really aggravated. But God dang it, you know, by the fact there's like 18, 20 people watching these damn shows, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Why are we not having our? But my son, who was at Columbia over, I think it was last weekend, was friends. He said that in one of the I guess the frat house or somewhere, I don't know. So they had it on the TV. They were streaming it down there on their YouTube, and there was like 30 guys watching it. So more people than that are watching the show. It's just this happens to be, I guess, the number of devices that are watching.
Well, and let's be honest, we're in the middle of it's almost, you know, this is college football drives this show. I mean, I promise you, once college football season gets here, we're gonna have a shit ton more people watching. If you remember back during football season last year, I can remember having 130 people watching at one point. So
I don't know. It just it ruffles my jimmies when I look over there and I see Foreskin Pete has like 40, 50 people watching his. It grinds my fucking gears.
Well,
and the show's better. To that point, we don't have enough Clemson fans watching. I mean, we just don't. You need to recruit some of your inbred buddies over there to.
I want to recruit Clemson fans, but Clemson fans right now are not being very fucking bright. We've got the issues with Darla Moore where they're losing their mind about that. And then, for God's sakes, the whole thing with Deshaun, will say anything about Deshaun Watson right now in the ranks of Clemson people. They're looking at you like you're just the biggest sinner ever. I mean, it's really crazy, Jackpot. And it's like I've had people tell me, I can't believe you feel that way. And I'm like, no. What I feel is that we need the entire story. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and just automatically say Deshaun Watson did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it's like, really? Why don't we just wait a second and let's find out what the hell happened? I mean, that's all I'm asking. And Clemson fans are jack shit pissed at me about that. So we have to
Blake Robinson over there on YouTube says this is a Gamecock channel. Then he follows that up with this is an SEC channel. It just means more, Rob.
Oh God, we have Clemson fans that watch the show. Troy, by the way, is watching. Says he's a Clemson fan. The Clemson fans will be here, but right now they're Clemson fans. Jimmy's are ruffled a little bit. You know, I had someone telling me the other day about the spring game that they didn't think that DJ Ukulele, as you call him, looked very good in the spring game. They were upset about that, and then they lose Tyson Fomachu to a torn Achilles tendon. Now they've got Tyson Fomachu.
Okay.
Well, whatever the hell it is you call him. You're the one that names people here. I just, you've got me calling the Clemson quarterback Ukulele, and I have to catch myself before I go live on my Fox Sports show.
I called the other one the Connecticut Pineapple.
Yeah, that was very. Oh my God. Anyway, but people are upset about that, and just right now, Clemson fans at the baseball team is not very good. Yeah, it's just like hurry the hell up, August, and get here.
They just won 2 out of 3 in a road series. What you want them to do?
They're not very good, Jackpot. They're playing a bunch.
They won 2 out of 3 at NC State. That's a fucking tough place to play. We traveled to North Carolina last night. Took a big fat L.
Well, I tell you what, I'll get you a nice tube top with the Clemson baseball logo on it for you, since you're on the team for that. We'll get you squared up.
No, I don't need that, but I'm just saying, don't be.
I'm here to help you, Jackpot. I'm here to help.
Fat L. We have historically never played well in that damn downtown Charlotte fucking stadium.
3 hits last night, Jackpot.
Huh?
3 hits last night.
Yeah, we have. One of them was a home run too. Belted. Well, we've never played well in that stadium at all. So I don't know what the deal is. I know we used to we always played well up there years ago in Crockett Park when we would have a special game there. The park where Tony Schiavone started his minor league announcing career with the Charlotte O's. It burned down in 1985. Yeah, we had games at Crockett Park every now and again. We used to win them too.
Brock says Clemson has to replace their starting quarterback and running back after the spring game. I'm less confident that team will beat Georgia. Well, sir, you forgot that Kirby Smart is on the sideline, and that automatically means that Clemson's better. So there's that.
There's no way. There's no way that Clemson's losing to UGA. It's not happening.
Yeah, it's just it's just in the mix there. I mean, Georgia every year has all this talent, and they don't end up doing very well with it. I mean, it's just simple as that. So
they piss it away.
Pissing my life away. Anyway, what else I wanted to get with you about this evening? Oh, did you listen to Josh Pate's latest show, Jackpot?
I did not. I have discovered, to be honest with you, the Peacock network, since I got to go over there to get my WWE network fixed now. And the content for that kind of sucks, by the way. But this Peacock network, man, I mean, it's just like opening up a whole new world of things for me to stream and watch at nighttime. They have like 7 or 8 seasons of Pawn Stars on there. One of my favorite all-time shows. Love it. Have all 9 seasons of The King of Queens on there. Right now, I'm enthralled in watching a John Wayne Gacy special documentary. I don't know if you know who he is or not.
Of course, you know who John Wayne Gacy is, Jackpot.
Or who John Wayne Gacy was.
Yeah.
Because he's dead. He's dead because he was a sick fuck. Anyway, but it's a really good network. Pretty cool.
Yeah. That's true. But anyway, going back to what Josh Pate said, he was talking about and Josh Pate's show, by the way, I mean, he does a great show, but it carries it leans heavily towards the SEC. It does. But
it does. If you listen, I wanted to throw this in there real quick. Josh likes what's the word here? Josh likes metaphors and he likes to use a lot of metaphors just with stuff. He's like, let's just say that if you're Alabama, he says, and we've gotten to the edge of the river. He said, and now the river's wider than it was a year ago. I mean, are we still going to be able to get to the other side? And the answer is yes, we are. I mean, does it not? I mean, it's not like shit like that. I'm like, am I watching this goddamn sports guy on YouTube, or is this damn after school special? What the fuck?
He has to cater to those Alabama fans because, and they're not very bright. So it has to be like after school special type stuff for them. So that's just the way that it is. But he was talking on his show about, we all know that Nick Saban is, we're just going to call him the 1A coach. He's the 1A coach. And that's, nobody's really going to disagree with that. But who's the second coach? And then he lists off all these coaches. Okay. And then goes, the only elephant in the room is Dabo Sweeney, who's won 2 national titles. But it only took me about 5 seconds to go with Ryan Day. Really? You're going to go with Ryan Day as the second best coach in the country?
I'd agree with that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, he laid out a case for Ryan Day about, Ryan Day has that killer instinct. Killer instinct of what? I don't get all that, man. Just stop. And it's the one time that I listened to his show where he was kind of talking out of both sides of his mouth, because he will rip the Big Ten about not being as in depth as the SEC is, but he's saying that Ohio State and their coach that's the guy that's the second best coach in the country. I just wasn't buying that, but I wanted to ask you, what did you think? Are you on the case with that? I don't expect you to tell me you like Dabo Swinney, but there are other coaches that are out there. Who would you have as the number 2 coach if you didn't want to, if you couldn't get Nick Saban at number 1? Because there's several coaches that are really good. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on where your program's at too. I mean, if your program's in a tailspin, the guy that I want is Mac Brown.
I like Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, I think that's great because he's young.
And I like James Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that Penn State was kind of a funk last year.
Right.
I don't really even know what the deal was after that. I think the coach at Wisconsin is underrated too. I mean, I think it's just a given that they're going to go out there and play smash mouth football and win 10 games every year. But I think he's underrated. He's so damn underrated. I can't remember his fucking name. Paul Christ?
Oh yeah, Chris, Wisconsin. Yeah.
I like David Shaw at Stanford too. I think he's a good coach.
I don't think that. You can
talent-wise, I think it probably had some problems recruiting good level talent there. I think Mario Cristobal at Oregon is someone that could possibly take them to the next level.
What about Brian Kelly at Notre Dame?
I like Herm Edwards at Arizona State. That was a good hire. That turned out to be a good hire that people, that kind of besmirched it a little bit, but it turned out to be a good hire. I like Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. I mean, I think he did a really good job last year, and I think the best is yet to come. You say, what about Brian Kelly?
Yeah, Brian Kelly at Notre Dame.
Reached the ceiling.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
Good coach.
That name out there, but it was just weird to hear him talk around Dabo Swinney, who's won 2 national titles in 5 years. But
I think Notre Dame. I think they lack maybe not the ability to recruit it, but it seems like they always lack a little bit of offensive firepower to be able to quite get them over the hump. I think defensively they're all pretty good, but offensively, I think many times they're just a wet fart, and they just don't have what it takes to get them from being a 10-win to a 12-win team.
All right, let's go out to the phones. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Caller, welcome into the show.
Hey, just tuning in, guys. So forgive me if I missed something here.
Sure.
I saw the title. Does who more hate the Gamecocks? I'm sorry. What was the name?
Darla Moore.
Darla Moore.
She is the top donor for the university. She gave $75 million, and she basically came out and said that she was, disgusted basically with the university. So that's why we were going to talk about that for a minute. But yeah, man.
That's who I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought a better title might be, does God hate the Gamecocks?
That could be fair. You could make that argument.
I've questioned that before.
Yeah. Jackpot looked in the bottom of a bottle and found that one time.
No, I think it may be my Georgia Bulldogs who God hates the most. That they seem to be. I call my Georgia Bulldogs the rich man's Kentucky sometimes.
No,
they find more ways.
Yeah, explain that. The rich man's Kentucky for the Georgia Bulldogs. Explain that to me.
We do seem to be cursed in certain areas. We got a generational player at wide receiver, and he's out for the year. Just the list goes on and on and on. I'll never forget the year we started off the year. It was one of Rick's years with 3 future NFL running backs. I forget what year it was. And by
Was
the
this-
time we played Florida, which was the most important game of the year,
Mhm.
we had a 5'7" white running back starting that game.
What
that
three
type of
running backs?
stuff.
How long ago was that? Were you talking like
That-
Todd Gurley?
That was.
What
it
remember
was,
the three?
It might have been just before. Don't hold me exactly.
Yeah, I'm
to
just
that, but
trying to remember.
somewhere
I
in
mean,
that era.
I know Georgia's always
Yeah,
had great running backs, but it's I can buy into that, especially last season with everything that went on with quarterback there, and the guy that they ended up putting out there. And I've had back and forth with Georgia fans about it, but it seems like you're right. There's a case of snake bit that comes with the Georgia program, and we laugh and mock and say, hey, it's been 40 years, et cetera, since you won a national title, but Georgia's had teams that are that are capable of being at that national top level. It just seems like something always bites you in the butt.
Right, and some of our best teams just happens to be we're going up against the greatest college football coach who's ever coached football. In Nick Saban in Alabama. I mean, any other era, those would have been probably been national title teams, but.
You
that's
saw what happened. You saw what happened a few years ago when Georgia won the SEC East, and then they went to a championship game and didn't have to play Nick Saban and Alabama. Ended up in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, and then but they ended up even what was it? There was an SEC championship game with them where they were up and ended up losing to Alabama in that game. So
Right.
Was that the one where they had to put Justin Fields in to run the fake punt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that.
There's been so much that's misconstrued about that fake punt. By the way, guys, it looked everybody jumped on Kirby, dumb call, Kirby. It was very obvious, but it had come out later. Look, they had practiced that time and time again, and the whole trick to that is it's supposed to be run super, super quickly. And they actually had Alabama in the lineup. They wanted them, and the play had to be run quicker. And Justin Fields drug his feet. But the thinking there is there's two of three things that can happen when you put him out there. You either force Alabama to call a timeout, which is huge in a game as tight as that was. Could be the difference in the game. Or you force Bama into a punt safe and you negate any sort of decent punt return, or obviously you can complete the fake punt if you snap it quick enough. But
right, I get what you're saying on that play, and it on one hand though I completely get where you're coming from, but Kirby Smart's getting paid a shit ton of money. And when you get paid a shit ton of money, you're to blame for everything. I mean, he's responsible for everything that happens with that program. So, and that's by the way. So, anyway,
the frustrating part was it was actually there. That play was there to be made.
Right.
All the coaches said so, but they drug their feet on snapping the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I was invited to talk a little Georgia Clemson smack, possibly game week 1 there. So I'm all
did.
aboard.
I jackpot. He was in the comments, and I told him that I wanted to bring him on the show the week of the Georgia game with Clemson, and we'll give him a nice little bubble here. He's going to have to we'll give him his own little bubble screen here, and he can tell us about the wonders of the Georgia football program as they get ready to get curb stomped by Clemson. It'll be great.
Exactly. Go Tigers.
That's horrible that you're actually pulling for the Tigers over your SEC brethren there. But
well, I mean,
Kale
doesn't.
What do they do for me? They don't do anything for me. I mean.
Well, what does Clemson do for you?
I can tell you what Clemson does for him. Clemson gives the South Carolina Gamecocks a Super Bowl every single season. They're the toughest game on the Gamecock schedule every year. And if they win, then they can be awesome for a year. That's what Clemson gives.
I'll tell you what, Crack Pipe, if you ever get down on your luck about being a Gamecock, you just said one state. As a Georgia Bulldog, look who I got to lean on for another state powerhouse, Georgia Tech. So
Georgia State. You got Sean Elliott. Georgia State. It's pretty good.
I mean, Georgia Tech won the ACC basketball tournament.
Yeah, Mercer.
Mercer's pretty good. He's gonna get
Basketball
pissed at us
doesn't do
here
it.
in a moment.
Yeah,
Well, as I said, you're
State.
welcome. We got to figure out how you can get in contact with me, and you just need your phone, and I'll give you all that. But it'll be fun to
Yeah,
have a
no
Georgia
problem.
fan on, and have them. Maybe you can educate us on something with the Georgia game, and it'll be fun for everybody. Or we'll just yell and cuss at each other, and people will laugh at us.
Yeah.
I don't care either way.
I do feel like since you brought up education, there's a serious lack of it. So
Where at?
I'll
Within
be
Kirby
glad
Smart's
to
brain?
school either one of you guys.
Is that why he wears that golf visor on the sideline so he can seep some sun in there? Is that why he does that?
Yeah, well, he only wears the golf visor when he doesn't have his dunce cap. So
Okay. Well, hey, I learned
you're-
something. I learned something new. There you go. I didn't know that.
Hey, we do share something. You're a Tiger in Columbia, apparently, and I'm a Georgia Bulldog in Gainesville, Florida. So if you ever think you got it rough, man.
Ah,
I don't think I'd want to live in there anyway, man. That sucks. Sucks to be you on that. They don't really. Gamecock fans don't really say anything to Clemson fans here because they know. They know.
Yeah.
You go to the grocery store in the
like,
fall, you see Clemson shirts. You don't see Gamecock shirts. Not around here, sir. They know what the hell they are. Most of them do.
I don't believe it.
I live here.
Hey,
You don't.
I'll tell you what, they won't be any worse. I mean, the new coaching hire has to make an improvement. Has to.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna win 5 games for sure. Write that down.
The old coaching hire. Look at me. He's on your staff.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see where he retweeted that the Georgia baseball team beat South Carolina, and then South Carolina took the next 2 against them, and I was like, just stop tweeting, Will Muschamp. You're an idiot.
Oh, did he do?
I didn't even know what he tweets.
He retweeted the final score of South Carolina losing to Georgia, right? And it's like,
Idiot.
I
why would you do that? You idiot.
No,
then they go and they beat Georgia 2 out of 3. So
Yeah, feel free to do that after game 3, not after game 1, you moron.
yeah,
But,
he's not very bright. He's got a Mr. Potato Head haircut. He can
He
snap on
tweeted
it.
at us after they beat us in basketball too. Oh, never mind.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, as I said, you're welcome. Make sure you get with me. Follow me on Twitter. Jackpot, are you dead? What the hell? Follow me on Twitter at Rob Sounds Good. We'll figure it out. All right.
I'll do it. I'll do it. We'll have fun.
Thank, buddy. Appreciate it. As always, you're welcome to join the show at 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that.
Let me catch up over here real quick on YouTube.
Sure.
Please give me a chance there. Brandon Kuhn asked me, what does Jackpot think about the Panthers trading for Sam Darnold, not drafting a QB? I'm okay with it. I don't think he was the reason why the Jets sucked the big donkey dong the past however many years. 50? Blake Robinson, thoughts on ULM hiring Terry Bowden? I think it's a great hire. I think that he was re-energized and revitalized and rebuilt by Dabo. So he's ready to send them to a Sun Belt championship here as best old coach hire since Mac Brown. Tom Brady says, I still hate Tennessee more than Georgia. Albert Haynesworth is a punk bitch. Don't really understand that, but okay. Troy Jeffcoat says, Jackpot, ? Will you buy a UGA hat for the first game of the year and go to the attic for your Bama hat for the last game of the year? If you or if you're living under a rock or just born yesterday, you'll find out Jackpot's not pulling for UGA in the first game. He's pulling for Clemson. So there's that. Brandon Kuhn says Georgia also could have won the Natty in 2012, the year South Carolina beat them 35-7. They blew the SEC championship game to Bama that year. Thank you, Brandon. For the history lesson, Tom Brady says North Augusta basketball is pretty decent. Thanks. I'm glad. Thanks for the tip there.
Brock says he lives in Columbia, and there's plenty of SEC merchant or SC merchant. I don't see it.
Yeah, apparently there's plenty of it available.
Well, I don't. I mean, I guess they're all down there wearing. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see any Gamecock shit around here. Y'all know.
No, you're full of damn shit.
Baseball, but y'all know. Y'all know. Football season comes. You know what you are. Most Gamecock fans know you're a shit show. Come on down. That's the way it is. Especially the last couple of seasons. My God, y'all have been fucking terrible. Fucking god awful. Nobody wants to wear that damn shit.
Yeah. Just
I've
a
seen
rank,
more-
just a top 5 win there. That's terrible.
I've seen more Gamecock gear on this show from you than I've seen out and about, like when I go to Kroger and shit. Seriously.
When you
That's
go to
just-
Kroger, you should be seeing fucking Kroger uniforms. I mean, what? I mean, it's not like the football team's going to come running through the produce department. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, people come out and people, you know, they don't support their game. I don't see anybody wearing that shit. Just saying. Or maybe I'm just so immune to like, oh well.
It's probably the thing is, Rob, it probably just blends into the scenery down there. I mean, the scenery down there is beautiful anyway, and that just, makes it look even better.
I might buy that jackpot. I still think your program's a shithole though. So make sure we put that out there. What else did I have for tonight's show? Oh, did you see the story that this is a perfect way to end the show? Do you want to do the story I sent you or not? Did you read the story I sent you?
Which one?
Shout out to Sam the Seed for the super chat there, asking, will Clemson choke in the playoffs again this year?
Well, they're not going to choke week 1, but after that, it's all fair game. So maybe.
Well, in fairness, I'm starting to think if Clemson doesn't get their shit together, they may not make the playoffs.
They may not. They got to get past. They got to get past Florida State first.
Yeah, well, and that's not a joke. Getting past Florida State and Boston College is a good team too. You know, they have to go to Boston College this year. I know you SEC fans are like, oh, Boston College. Boston College, if they played in the East for the SEC, they would finish 3rd right now. There's only 2 teams better than Boston College in the East right now, Georgia and Florida. I know you have to ride those SEC nuts a little bit over there. They'd finish behind Vanderbilt. It's not like that. Not like that at all. All right. Well, Jackpot, the story about, I sent it to you about the guy with the Mars bars. Did you?
Oh, I saw that.
Did you want to talk about that or not?
Yeah, let's talk about it. I didn't.
This is from the Jim Cornette Experience, by the way.
Oh God.
So there apparently is the world of competitive confectionery up your arse-ing is in turmoil after the man who held the Mars up the bum record had his title withdrawn. Yes, apparently, Mark Anderson had kept his record of squeezing 12 Mars bars up into his otherwise out-of-bounds bumhole since summer of last year, but now the all-powerful International Anal Insertion Association has ripped the award back off of his the garden center worker from West Derby, Liverpool. The rules say that he broke the rules because he failed to use the standard size jackpot 51-gram Mars bar compared to he was using the smaller 39-gram fudge bar or Mars bar.
It became a fudge bar.
Exactly. From the popular multi-packs. That means his record claim is now void. But he's upset about it because he says, you have to wonder if anyone can contemplate the idea of getting 12 Mars bars up there. I'll tell you what, it takes a lot of time and effort to get them all in there snugly fitted without any chocolate leakage. This is real, folks.
So,
this guy had his record taken away from him, Jackpot. Your feelings on this?
This is real. I mean, We're really having a conversation here about.
I heard it on the Jim Cornette Experience, and I thought that Jackpot would appreciate it. I thought you would.
Mars bars up the bunghole.
Yes, exactly.
Does that have anything to do with oil in the anus?
No, that's a Deshaun Watson thing. I don't
Okay, allegedly.
Allegedly. More to this story. Apparently, he's being comforted by his wife, Pat, who is also a record holder for having fit an impressive 14 fries Turkish delights up. Yeah. What the hell are they doing over in England, Jackpot?
I don't know. It's not something I want any part of.
I don't want anything to do with that. What an absolute mess. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we forgot to tell folks, Jackpot, about our new website. Yes, Jackpot, we've got our new website.
New website. This is exciting news.
That is exciting news. Yeah. So I'm sharing it with you right now. You can go to the website, which is, there we go, right into the mix there. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Added to the stream here. Yes. The robandkaleshow.com. Go to the website and we're going to have post stuff up there. You can find the links to the podcast. You can find the YouTube page, my Twitter, Jackpot's Twitter, the Facebook feed. It's all in one spot, ladies and gentlemen. Go there and check that out. If you we'll also be posting things there for it's the home of our football challenge. So all of our picks and stuff will go up there.
I'm really looking forward to that. Really, really am. Yeah.
Well, I said it last year and I'm going to say it again this year. Both of us will finish within the top, I'm going to say the top 8. Two of us will finish in the
top 8. I'm fucking winning.
Well, I mean, for the past 4 years, I've finished in the top 4. So, yeah, there's that. So, Jackpot says he's winning this year.
I'm winning this time. It's happening.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll have to see about that. You're heading out on vacation, right, Jackpot? Where are you going?
Well, I'm not really going on vacation. We're just going away for a few days. I'm going to Fairfield Glade, Tennessee.
What are you going to do there besides mock Tennessee fans?
Relax and sleep late and chill out. I don't know. Go antique stores, just whatever. We might go to Kentucky. I think we are going to Kentucky one day, actually.
That doesn't normally work out well for you, Gamecocks. You better be careful up there.
Oh, I know, man. It's not even an ambush anymore right now. It's expected nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So,
well, you have a good trip, and we'll be back at it on Sunday. I think the Gamecocks scrimmage this weekend, if I remember correctly. So we'll talk about that and whatever else comes our way. We didn't get into Justin Minaya leaving, but yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just
six players, by the way, have left for South Carolina.
Yeah, well, we've picked up a couple too. So
yeah, they got the kid from Murray State, which should be good. But wow, kind of tough, man. We got to figure all that out. But we'll do that on Sunday. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this show is a wrap.